It's a very, how to say, a general question, but even after that, it goes it's very hard to define what is the correct answer or not, because every single company or organization, maybe it's a governmental organization, maybe it's a private venture, they're all specific and they have their own challenges, and approach to each of them should be very specific and very tailor-made. So this is what I'm doing with most of the companies that I'm working with. And but besides all this diversity into the challenges and everything, they usually share one common thing that I have understood so far. Throughout my background, let's begin with it. If I understood well how to approach. So I have this military and intelligence background, and working in many different levels of the state with the military, international missions, including NATO and others, partners, missions with other partner countries that we did on the special forces operational side, including the intelligence too. What is the common between all of them? It's the rule number one, which I like to call this like
there must be a start.
Yeah, it has to start from somewhere. So rule number one is know your environment. All of them, they have to know their environment. There are many different ways how you can do this. It depends of each of the organization. Maybe some of the organizations are dealing with individuals. So they have to know all these individuals, their relationship, influences, and conditions. Maybe they're dealing with the regions. If they're dealing on a regional or international scale, they also have to have this understanding of the conditions, critical actors, who are players, who hold the influence, what's happening at the moment, what is the economical problem, what are the legal limitations. It's most of the cases, there's some legal limitations if you go internationally, so you have to follow those. And that's really critical rule to start or to begin with in any other business that you want to work. Either it's a private venture or let's say it's a governmental, I don't know, political issues, let's say, for example. So you can, they all share the same thing, know your environment. This also allows you to see things that you can usually not see it. Why? Because each of us, we're rushing for success, or some of the companies that I am seeing, they're rushing for survival, or especially now with the very uncertain times that are filled with many unknowns, people usually got scared. Fear is good, but many of them, they got overwhelmed by the fear, and they start changing the mindset. And when you start changing the mindset, you are not seeing the things that are critical for your business, like very specific things that they needs to be done. And usually we are limiting our, let's say, capacity to understand and to view things in a ways how we're how actually things are. We call this factual reality. And immediately we're moving towards intersubjective reality, which is how we're seeing and perceiving things, or what we wanted to see. Usually we're seeing this. That's why it's very important to focus on this rule number one, which is know your environment, so you can be able to see many things that from many different reasons, either they are subjective, objectives, pressure, home issues, private, many different challenges, they are limiting us. And we usually in a rushing, right? So we are rushing all the time to get this business, get that business, invest there, do this, do that. So we're kind of totally missing the basic rule, which is know your environment. So how you can set yourself for that new venture.